When you think about solving environmental issues, you might picture scientists, policymakers, or activists. But here's the thing, no environmental solution can succeed without communication. From climate change debates to recycling signs to trash bins, how we talk about the environment shapes what we do about it. Environmental communication is the study and practice of how people communicate across the natural world, environmental issues, and our relationship with the planet. It's not just about spreading facts, it's about shaping perceptions, values, and actions. In this mini lecture, we'll explore three foundational principles. First, that environmental communication frames how we understand nature. Second, it influences public opinion and policy. And thirdly, it involves ethical responsibility. So first, environmental communication frames how we understand nature. So the way that we frame environmental issues, in other words, what aspects we emphasize or downplay, directly affects how people think and feel about them. For example, describing climate change as global crisis versus a technological opportunity cues very different emotional and political reactions. Even the language we use to describe nature, like Mother Earth or natural resources, shapes our orientation toward it. Environmental communication scholars study how these symbolic representations affect our values, assumptions, and sense of responsibility about nature. Secondly, environmental communication influences public opinion and policy. Environmental issues don't speak for themselves. They require people to advocate, educate, and negotiate across diverse audiences. Communication plays a key role in public awareness campaigns, environmental journalism, protests, and even everyday conversations about things like sustainability. How messages are delivered through narratives, visuals, statistics, or spokespersons can sway public opinion and influence policymaking. This makes environmental communication a vital part of both grassroots movements and institutional change. Thirdly, environmental communication involves ethical responsibility. Because the stakes are high and the science is often complex, environmental communication requires and carries with it a unique ethical weight. Communicators must balance accuracy, urgency, and hope to avoid misinformation or even paralysis. There's also an ethical imperative to consider environmental justice, how environmental harms and benefits are distributed across different communities, especially those who are marginalized. Responsible communicators ask not just, how do I raise awareness, but whose voices are being heard and whose are missing. So in sum, environmental communication matters because environmental issues are ultimately human issues. They affect our health, our homes, and our future. Whether you're creating a campaign, voting on policy, or just trying to make informed choices, your ability to understand and engage with environmental messages matters. Communication can clarify or confuse, inspire or overwhelm, but when done well, it can move people to care, connect, and act.